guys, my name's Kendall. Thank you for tuning in to this yoga session. For the next about a half an hour, we are going to move through some amazing breathing. We're going to work with the mantra, I am worthy. We're also going to bring in love into our hearts, along with some hip openers. We have a tendency to hold emotion in our hips, and so using a mantra allows us to remind ourselves that we are worthy, and we can let go of any negative emotions or anything blocked so that we can truly manifest the life that we deserve. So you'll need a block, but if you don't have a block, you can also use a blanket that you can fold up, or pillows, or anything else that just might help support that lower back towards the end of practice. Good, so we're just gonna start at the top of your mat, or you don't even need a mat. You can just do this on the carpet, on your floor. And so we just start in an easy seat, and then just place your hands on your knees. Roll the shoulders back. Good, and then you can just begin to lengthen through the back of the neck, even closing the eyes if that feels comfortable. Perfect, and we're gonna use the mantra, I am worthy. And a mantra, again, is that positive intention, or that saying that you use. Sometimes it's repeated over and over. So let's just breathe in through the nose on the 3 count. I am worthy. And exhale through the mouth. I am worthy. Inhale through the nose. I am worthy. And then exhale through the mouth. I am worthy. 2 more times on your own. Perfect. You can blink the eyes open. Place your hands on your heart and just remind yourself of that love. The heart center has 100 times the electromagnetic field than our brains, so remembering to lead with the heart and love. Perfect. We're going to take a seated pigeon. So just uncross your legs, the soles of the feet go flat, and then your hands can just go behind you. Fingertips can either point towards the front of the mat, or you can have them out just a little bit. And then you'll take the right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. Good, so this is just beginning to get into those hips. And then just begin to rock your knees back and forth. Doesn't have to be real big movements, but just nice, gentle sway. Perfect, and anything that's stuck. Awesome, back to center, and then cross the other side. So the left ankle goes over right thigh, and again, just little windshield wiperings back and forth. You can even synchronize with the breath. Nice big deep breaths. Excellent, uncross. And this is Baddha Konasana, or butterfly. So the soles of the feet come together. You can interlace the hands around the toes. And we inhale, the spine goes long. Exhale, folding forward. Good, your navel's reaching towards the feet. Breathing through the hips. Take an inhale breath, and exhale, you can go a little deeper. If it feels good, you can walk the hands out in front of you, or just stay where you are. Take another inhale and exhale. Perfect, and then we come up. Awesome, so here we're just gonna cross at the ankles. You're gonna find tabletop. So here, the fingers are spread wide, wrist creases are parallel with the mat. Perfect, and we inhale, lower belly, gaze goes up, and then exhale, rolling the spine. Gaze can even be towards your navel. Inhale, looking up, and then exhale. Good. Keep flowing with that breath, using the breath to help guide the movement. Waking up the spine. And exhale. And now let's meet in a neutral spine, right? So that's just that flat back. And now you're going to want to make some hip circles. So here, just rolling the hips, nice gentle movements one way. Good, it's also getting into the hips, but you can feel it through the shoulders, through the wrists. And then the other way. And just make the movement authentic. There's no right way. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It can just feel a certain way. Listening to that. Perfect. We'll meet in that neutral spine again. Gaze is right in front of you. And then take your right knee and lift it up, and then just begin to make some hip circles. So here again, getting into the hips, into that emotional center. Sometimes you might hear some crackling or popping. It's just some movement as long as it's not hurting. And then if you go one way, go the other way. Good. And we'll meet in that neutral spine again. Same thing, left side, making those circles with the knee, with the hip. There we go. Good job. We'll meet in that neutral spine. Now we're going to take down dog. So what you'll do is walk your hands out just a little bit in front of you. Fingers are spread really wide. And then you tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And here, just begin to pedal out the feet. So bend right knee, bend the left knee. Squeeze in that lower belly. Good, come back down to tabletop. So come back down to the knees, perfect. Right arm is gonna reach to the sky, and you're gonna roll the wrist first, and then just begin to make some circles with the shoulders. So sometimes I like to say I'm playing an air guitar here, finding my inner rock star. And the other side. And then we thread the needle, right arm goes under left shoulder, the right palm faces up, right ear to the mat. Okay, you're finding a twist through the upper body, through the hips. Take a nice big inhale breath here, and then exhale. And unwind. And we do the same thing other side. So the left arm reaches up to the sky, roll the wrist. Again, getting out any kinks. And then just begin to make those circles one way, the air guitar. And the other way. Yeah. Feels good. Working with a little heart energy here too. All right, now thread the needle. Left arm goes under right shoulder, left ear to the mat. Again, finding that twist. The left palm is facing up. Maybe even closing the eyes for a moment. Take a big inhale breath and an exhale. Awesome, coming back to tabletop. Good, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And from here, we're gonna walk to the top of the mat. Take your time. Let your head hang heavy here. Feet are hip distance apart. Find a bend in the knees. So you never wanna lock the knees, but you're bending the knees. Perfect, and then we're just gonna roll up to stand. Roll back those shoulders. Notice how the body is feeling. Feels so good. Perfect. So here, we're just gonna take our feet and you're gonna step them out so that they're outside the mat, so they're wider than hip distance. Perfect. Now your right arm is gonna slide down that right leg. Your left arm is gonna reach up and over. Gaze can even be up. And then we go to the same thing, other side. Left arm slides down, gaze is up, right arm is reaching. Good, let's bring it back. Perfect. Heel toe the feet, so they're, again, we're gonna bring big toes to touch. Perfect, hands into the heart. Just bow the head and close the eyes for a moment. We're gonna breathe in that 3-count breath, I am worthy. Am worthy. Through the nose, exhale out, I am worthy. Breathing in, I am worthy. Exhale, I am worthy. Good, blink the eyes open. Perfect, inhale, the arms go up, gaze goes up. Exhale, folding over. Perfect. We're gonna step back to plank. Now, plank pose, you can also go down to the knees, right? We don't have to have our knees off the mat. You can just come down. Feels good. Do what feels good. We're gonna hold plank here, firing up that fire center. Good, downward facing dog. Perfect. Right foot is gonna come up to the top of the mat. Back knee is gonna come down, arms are gonna rise up, low lunge. So it's important here to have your knee over your ankle. That move, by getting that foot to the top of the mat, is not always as accessible. So you have to heel toe it up, so that way, because if your foot is here and your knee is over your toes, that is a lot harder. So you just heel toe till you find that low lunge. Perfect. Interlace your hands and place them on top of your thigh and see if you can go a little deeper into this pose. Breathing through the hips. Being careful not to scrunch the face or hold your breath here. Good, and then we unwind, the arms come up, and stepping back to tabletop, so however you need to do to get there, and downward facing dog. Take an inhale breath, exhale, and then the left foot comes up to the top. Back knee comes down, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, arms rise, setting it up. Do you need to heel toe? Or if you have your block, that can help you rise up as well. Then the arms rise, finding your balance, knee over the ankle, and then interlace those hands, just place them on top of the thigh, and then see if you can go a little deeper. Just breathing through that right hip. You can feel that right quad just stretching, opening, releasing any tension. Perfect. We come back up and tabletop. Good. Downward facing dog. Pedal out. Good. Now the right foot is going to come to the outer edge of the right hand. The back knee is going to come down. So this is a deep pose. Perfect. Getting into the hips. Now if it feels good, you can take your right hand and place it into your inner thigh and begin to spiral open. Making sure nothing hurts. Where you need to back off, knowing your limits. Perfect. We come back around, finding tabletop, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, moving through it, moving energy. Left foot outside of left hand for lizard. Perfect. And then as you begin to get into this pose, you can begin to spiral open as your left hand. Spiral open. Yeah, breathing through it. Good, let's come back around. Tabletop to downward facing dog. Awesome. Now the right foot's gonna come up to the top, the back heel's gonna spin down, and we're gonna open to warrior two. So here is expansion through the heart, finding that inner warrior in us. Pull my hair back, it's a little hot in here. The arms are expanded and long, bending into the knee. Once again, it's knee over ankle. So if I'm here, look at what's happening. If my knee is above my feet and all the way out there, it's so much harder. And this is where the most common thing that I see in people is that they have that knee, so we just heel toe, heel toe. You just gotta make that nice long step. There we go. Now we're gonna play with some heart energy here. So we're gonna bring it into the heart, straighten your front knee, and then exhale, flowing down. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, bringing in that heart energy. Exhale. Good, nice. Inhale and exhale. We'll hold here. Close the eyes if it feels good. And just standing in your power, knowing that you are worthy. You are worthy of your inner warrior. Going past any barriers, knowing you have the courage to be whoever you want to be. Perfect. We're gonna bring the hands down, finding down dog. So if you need to go to your knees first, or however you need to comfortably get to this down dog, make your way into that position. Pedal out the feet. Feet are hip distance apart. Fingers spread wide. Noticing your base. Those are your fingers, right? And your palm pressing into the mat. Left foot goes up to the top. Again, heel toe if you need to. Back heel spins down, opening into that warrior two. Perfect. Once you're all settled, again, finding that power, expansion of the heart. Inhale, bringing in that heart energy. Front leg straightens. Exhale. Inhale, bring it in. And exhale. The heart energy, the color is green or an emerald. Sometimes I imagine I'm playing with a green energetic ball, or even a David Bowie crystal ball. That's when it really gets fun. A David Bowie. Two more. And then we'll hold it here. Close your eyes. Find that inner power, that inner worthiness. Awesome. Bring those hands down. Again, you can move to tabletop first or finding down dog right away. Now your right knee is going to come to your right wrist for pigeon pose. Pigeon is a huge, huge hip opener. It is one of the poses that we use to get into those emotional blocks and into that emotional center. So here, you want to make sure that your right thigh is supported. If you need that blanket or block to go underneath, that helps to support your body in this pose and your hips. So if you're here, we're going to that first. If this is too much, I'm gonna show a modification here just once we get into this pose. For people that are comfortable here, fold over and then support your forehead with either the block, your fists, or the earth. So whatever feels best, and we'll take some breaths here. Notice any emotions or anything that you need to let go of. Things that are no longer serving you, allow them to be in this space. Now for those of you that was too much for, the recline pigeon is about like what we did earlier in practice, but you're gonna be on your back. And then your right ankle is gonna go over left thigh, and then you're gonna reach in for that left thigh. Reach for it. You can straighten the leg. So whichever pigeon is calling to you, just go to that space. Go to that pigeon. The pigeon is an observer up on the perch, watching. So you've been given this opportunity to observe your thoughts. And we come around and downward facing dog. And the same thing, other side, left knee, left wrist. And then we can surrender. So whichever pigeon that was calling to you, be there. And then slowly coming up, down dog. And then we'll come to the knees for hero's pose. And we're gonna do a breathing before we do our final meditation, the Shavasana. We're gonna do a lotus breath, just to call in some heart energy, some amazing deep breathing. Padma Mudra, the lotus mudra, hands come into the heart. And so we attach the pinky to the thumb, right? And we inhale, breathe in, reach up. And exhale all the energy into the heart. Inhale. And exhale. You can even use that mood or that mantra, I am worthy, to help guide your breath. One more. Perfect. Make your way to your back. For the ending meditation, the legs go long, palms face up. Feel the muscles just begin to relax, the body against the floor. And Shavasana is the final meditation, remembering that we are never without a thought. The moment we're without a thought, we begin to notice we're without that thought. It's about looking at your thoughts without judgment. You are worthy. I am worthy. Shavasana. beginning to wiggle fingers and toes. And then as you're ready, coming up to a seat. Perfect. We inhale, the arms come up, hands come into the heart. Remembering your worth, remembering letting go of stuck emotions or any kind of blockages can help us and remind ourselves of our power. Thank you so much for tuning in. Namaste.